All right, guys, happy Monday, July 3rd, the day before my least favorite holiday of the year. And it is the day that you are going to see tons of generic posts about how patriotic I am. And you're going to see all these static posts on people's Instagram and Facebook. Now, if that's you, that's your choice. But I'm just saying, it is the day where so many people are going to come out with that happy July 4th and with the firework in the background. If you're already prepping and planning that, please do not let me rain on your parade. However, you probably can do better. I was actually going to make one that was making a joke of that, but that's just my opinion. So let me have my opinion. Let's go ahead and get rolling, you guys. Super excited, super grateful. We had an amazing time over the weekend. We got a little pool in the backyard so the kids can just swim. And so I'm excited. And I'm excited that it's actually going to be a little bit cooler this week. So let's go ahead and get into full state. I'm actually going to go over to Shanice. Shanice, I don't know if you've done this before. I'm going to have you bring us out on the field. And bring us out on the field is just like, what is your sentiment? How are you going to prep everyone to bring them out of the tunnel, out under the game field for the day? And then also, one thing that you're stoked on in your business and one thing that you're stoked on in your personal life from this last week. So Shanice, really quick, rapid fire. I'm going to turn it over to you. No pressure. Let's go.
Hi guys. So I know this week is kind of, you would think that it's like a lazy week, right? Just with the 4th of July, there's lots of things going on, but I think it can be a really beneficial time to pick up and connect with just your clients and then your farm and all of the things. 4th of July, lots of cute things that you can do for people that you're trying to pick up. So thinking of those things, I know that there's a couple of agents that have gone around and done some things like that in their neighborhood with awesome. For me, I've definitely still been working on my 30-day challenge. I got my social media up and going. I've reached out to a couple of the marketing teams like Caesar. He's awesome to get information on creating reels through Instagram. Recently went to an open house with Brittany, who's now my mentor. So that's awesome. I got a lead from that. So been connecting with him, nurturing him as well, and kind of touching bases, going through my Real Scout and my Paragon, trying to send him all of the updates that match his what he's looking for. And then for my personal business, obviously with Reiki, being a Reiki practitioner, I'm always connecting with people on a spiritual level, but I also am an investor nationally as well. And so I just closed on my house in Chicago just a few days ago at the end of the week. So I've been super busy. I just got off a call with my other mentor within the flipping industry. And so we just created my 2-week to 3-week game plan for what renovations are looking like with my team. And so connecting with construction, I'm supposed to be taking a flight out to Chicago Wednesday. Potentially between Wednesday and Sunday, we're looking like so that I can actually get in and walk with my contractor and get everything started with demo and get moving. We're expecting 6 to 8 week turnaround and hoping that my property can be on the market and sold for the flip the end of September, like between September, beginning of September to the end of September. And I'm partnering with another EXP agent who's in Chicago. So keeping it in the family. Super excited, super stoked. Lots of things are moving. Did a moon meditation yesterday. So if you guys haven't done it, it's not too late. Write down your guys' releases, what you guys want to release. It's the full moon. So good time for career, good time for all of the things. So release, and reclaim.
Wow, I love this. I absolutely love this. Congratulations on the investment property. All of us are looking to build our portfolios. So congratulations. Great job. I love the message for the morning, you guys. So stub this toe. Oh, that one hurts. That's something you'll never get over when you stub a toe. It's never like, oh, I just stubbed my toe. It's always like debilitating. Anyways, there's 2 things that I'm on right now, you guys, and I want to share this with you. I shared this last week. I want you guys to do yourself, not me. Do yourself a favor and buy this book. What's great about this book is that helps you reframe the way that you're going to not only market your business, but also how you're going to put across messages in your own household to your children. I'm only a few chapters in, and I promise you, I'm reading it now. It's great. So Aaron, what chapter are you on, if you don't mind me asking? How far in this book are you? And what are some things that you've learned thus far?
I'm on chapter 3, and it's interesting about I'm in the part where they're telling people to convince themselves and kind of like less is more. And a lot of things were like examples of marketing campaigns about, tobacco, helping people to convince themselves it's not good, like back in the 70s. So some of those like case studies and stuff. So it's very interesting. It actually got me thinking about the way I'm posting reels. And, there's so much negative media. So it's like, maybe posting reels along that line. So it kind of was helping me think about content too.
You guys, and I love this. This book will be a game changer in the way that you convey the message to the consumers, as well as the way that you communicate interpersonally. There was a study that was done, and it showed that in the 90s, and how many of you were in high school or in middle school in the 90s? And I'll raise my hand. I was supposed to graduate in 1998 from high school. So some of this for you, those will hit, but if you weren't in that era, it's okay. At that time, there was so many teenagers smoke. When I grew up, a pack of Marlboro Reds was like a badge of honor. You had a pack of Marlboro Reds, you were the cool kid, everyone asked you for a cigarette, like that was just a thing. You had a pack of cigarettes in that age. And so many things that they did to try to prevent teens from smoking. It's bad for your health. It's not this. It's going to, make your teeth yellow, all these things. And what happened is the teenagers said, keep telling me no, and I'm going to keep on going after the cigarettes, going after the cigarettes, going after the cigarettes, until they brought in this guy. The senator hired this person to come in and change the marketing to help decrease the amount of teen smokers at that time. Well, every single campaign had failed. It's bad for your health. You're going to die. You're going to get lung cancer, blah, blah, blah. Until they gave the teenagers the ability to choose, meaning they started this coalition of these kids and said, all right, well, based on what you know, what would you guys do differently? And they gave them an option to choose how they were going to improve the quality of their health and made them realize that, hey, people are making millions and millions of dollars off of US teens. So you think that you're in control, but you're not. But the whole messaging in this book is incredible. And then when you look at where we are now in regards to teen smokers, it is literally night and day, drastic from the 1990s to today. And it was all because they changed the way that they were approaching the message and the message that was reaching consumers. And at that time, the largest amount of consumers were teen smokers. And so you guys, this book will be a game changer for you. There's another book, I recommended it last week, Contagious. Highly recommend that you get these two books and get the Audible, get the hard copy, whatever you need to do, but put those.
Hey, is Contagious the same author, that Jonah Berger guy?
Jonah Berger, you guys, it is a game changer. You know me, when I get on a book, I just really like to dive into that author. Highly recommend that. But let's move on. Let's make this about you. Read a quote today. I shared it on social media and I wanted to share it with you. You can either suffer the pain of discipline or suffer the pain of regret. The choice is yours. I'm going to say that one more time. You can either suffer the pain of discipline or suffer the regret of, the pain of regret. The choice is yours. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about embracing your repetition this week and in the weeks coming. But let's just talk right now what's immediately in front of us. And here's why I wanted to bring this up. If you guys are not a part of Intensity, it's a 4-week intense accountability group. We have a few members that are in that group on the call today. Well, in just 2 weeks alone, that group knocked on over 4,000 doors, had over 195 or right around 195 new conversations, and had booked 73 new appointments. Not saying that not all of us are capable of that, but what happens is that there's this pressure, there's this deadline every week, and there's this benchmark that you have to reach. And if you don't reach it, guess what? You're out. We started with 36 people in that group. We're down to 20. We're down to 20. And so I was really thinking about that and how that applies to everyone on the call today. And I wanted to talk about that repetitious boredom and really getting okay with the reps and getting better and improving. Like, I'm not seeing it today, but I promise you it's going to happen over time. Bruce Lee once said that I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once. Rather, I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Oftentimes I hear agents say, oh, I want to get good at expireds. I want to go after for sale by owners. I want to be a listing agent. I want to do the best buyer's consultation. Well, then how many times have you practiced that intro when you're calling an expired listing? When you knock on the door, can you say it in a way that just flows and has rhythm and has cadence? Have you actually put all of that work in calling, hey man, you got an hour? I need to spend some time with you doing this role play of this expired. We say it, but you have to look at your actions, and is it backed up by all the repetition that you're putting behind the scenes to make sure that that is good? Another one, Kobe Bryant would take 400 shots before practice even started. Before the practice started, he was warm, he was ready, he was already in a state, he was already in a flow. And I want you guys to think about that. Before you guys even make the calls, before you even spend the time prospecting this week, how much time are you actually prepping? So I want you guys to grab the pen. We're going to grab a piece of paper if you can. If you're driving, come back and watch this. If you're with the kids, I get it. If you're at work, shh, don't tell them. Come back and we'll do this later. So, I see you, Rakita. All right, so here's what I want you guys to do is I want you to really look at your calendar this week. And first off, on a scale from 1 to 10, from a productivity level, let's just call this a productivity level from scale from 1 to 10. If you were to open up your calendar, or if you were to share your calendar with me, and listen, your calendar might be a hard copy, it might be the whiteboard, and it may be your Google, whatever way that you organize your week. On a scale from 1 to 10, on a level of productivity, where would you rank yourself? Where would you rank yourself? Even though we have a holiday week right now, where would you rank yourself? And I want you to sit with that for a moment and write that down. Questions for you guys to continue writing. How will you win today? And how will you win this week? What needs to happen for you? How much prospecting time do you have in your calendar right now? How much articulation practice do you have in your calendar right now? Meaning script role play. How much time is that in your calendar? We do a weekly one at 10:30. If you're not able to make that, how much time are you actually spending on your own practicing your craft? I want you to write that down for me. How many leads are you following up with today? Let's say if you were out and you had a busy open house, you held an event, or you're starting out your week, like how many leads are you following up with today? How many new leads are going into your CRM today? What's your social media calendar look like this week? And I want you to really think about this, you guys. It is Monday. You guys know tomorrow is going to be a holiday, which you guys are probably still going to create content, but what does that calendar look like? And what's the intent of your calendar, or excuse me, your content calendar this week? Does one even exist for you? Do you have an idea? Have you taken some notes? Have you stored them in your phone under content ideas? Do you have a Trello board? Do you have a Notion? Do you have a running tally? Do you have a composition book? What does that actually look like? And if you don't have one, let me give you a formula for the week that is very, very simple. It's called the 5-5-5. It comes from my coach. 5 posts this week. So 5 videos this week. Nothing too crazy. 5 videos this week. 5 stories a day. Every single day, you're able to at least have a minimum of 5 stories. Your life is a sitcom. Give people a reason to watch your sitcom every single day.
Hi, everyone.
Okay. What do you want to share with them? Okay, well, Daddy was right in state, so I'll be right there. Okay, I'll get you a little snack. Okay, go grab one. You can grab one. So 5 posts a week, 5 stories every single day, and then 5 DMs every single day. What's up, Christy? I just saw that you posted this. I love that. Wonderful. Where'd you get that? How'd you do that? I love that. Happy for you, Aaron. Great job. I saw your last video. That was great. All these things, you guys. So it's 5, 5, and 5. If you don't have a cadence, you don't have a rhythm, now you'll have something to look forward to. Now, ask yourself right now, and I want you guys to write this because I want you guys to share. What's hot in the real estate news right now? Like, what are you guys seeing? Is it inventory? Is it a home? Is it a builder? Is it, something crazy that happened in your market? I don't know. Well, what's the national news right now? What are people saying in the national news? What are things that are impacting our environment on a national level? What are things that you're hearing? What are things that you've read? What's a video that you saw? Like, wow, this really puts some things into perspective. And based on what is going on nationally as well as locally, how can you simply just take some of that and newsjack it? Meaning like, hey guys, I just read an article today and I want to share my thoughts and opinion about that. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to always be real estate related, but I want you to know, like, what are people talking about right now? What is popular? And start thinking about this. So what's hot in national news? What's hot in real estate news? And how many people this week are going to receive your newsletter? And if you don't have a newsletter, then this is a good time to start. How many people are going to receive your newsletter? How many people does that go out to every single week? What's your audience size? My audience size is 7,500. That goes out every Monday, no matter what, hell or high water, that goes out. So let's continue this on. What days are you working out this week? What days are you working out? Like, is that already in your calendar? Do you know what days you're going to work out? Or are you just going to try to get a couple workouts here and there? And if you miss one or two, then, oh, well, I just missed one or two. That should be a non-negotiable for you. Non-negotiable. You need to work out your mind, body, and spirit. And those three things should never be discounted for the other. You should always make sure that you're working out, you're sweating, and you're exercising. I promise you, this game is about vitality. You need to have that vitality. Intentions. What is the absolutes for this week? What must happen? Why is this important? And how long have I needed to do this? Let me go through that one more time. What is an absolute this week? What must happen? Why is this important? And how long have I needed to do this? And if you've been procrastinating on that, then I'll open it. If you've been procrastinating on it, then it's time to make some changes, do some reflection. So I want 5 people, because this will keep this flowing. 5 people to share their answers from what's on their schedule, how would they win the week, how much prospecting time, how much time they're going to practice, how many new leads, what is their social calendar, what are their ideas for their social calendar this week, what's hot in real estate news that they might be able to newsjack and repurpose, what's hot in national news. How many people are going to receive their newsletter, if applicable? How many days they're going to work out? What's an absolute? What's a why this must happen? And how many days how long you've been needing to do this? So I want a minimum of 5 people to get involved in this conversation, because I promise you, you're going to hear something from somebody on the call, be like, damn, I need to do this. This is why Mondays are so important. This is about setting a clear path. If you are already at 8:52 and don't know what you're going to do with your week, you guys are behind schedule. So let's get right on track together right now and leave this call with a clear path. So I need 5 people to volunteer. And if you don't volunteer, I'm just going to call on a few people, because it's going to push you guys to articulate what you're actually going to accomplish this week. And if you need me to go over the questions with you, I can go with you live on the call. So Colin, did you take yourself off of mute? All right, he put himself back on mute. All right, cool. So listen, I'm going to go 5 people. Can you guys do me a favor? I show up for you, show up for me. I need 5 people to get involved in this conversation, and I'm going to shut up until I hear 5 or I see 5 hands go up. Come on, you guys. This is not showing up for your business. Let's go. 3.
I forgot. What was it that we were contributing on?
The questions that I just asked. Who wants to share what their week looks like, the things that they're going to be doing, what their calendar looks like for social media? Like, go walk me through your plan. Literally, walk me through your calendar for the week. That's it. That way we can share with everyone. Vernon, I'm going to go to you. And then now everyone's involved. I like this. When one person gets involved, everyone gets involved. So thank you, Vernon. Let's go, big dog. Let's have you start us off. What does this week look like for you? What are you going to accomplish? Talk to us through your intentions, your goals, videos, all this, man. Let's unpack this. We're going to have a full stream of consciousness conversation on this. Let's go.
Top of the morning, team.
Bro, hold on. First off, how you feeling?
Better, man.
Dude, I picked up my car from BMW on Saturday. And when I opened the trunk, I'm like, there it is. I've been looking for you. It was my hydro flask. has all my stickers, been in there for forever. And I opened it and I smelled it, bro. And I'm like, I instantly thought of you. I'm like, the bacteria living in this thing, my face is gonna swell up. Yeah, so you guys, if you have a hydro flask, if you have a Camelback and you haven't cleaned that shit out, clean it out. All right, Vernon, let's go.
Unless you want to be looking like Hitch. Top of the morning, team. My week is already booked out. I'm a part of having the honor to be a part of the Intensity group. And so we've got deliverables no matter what the week brings. And so that kind of determines my week. I've got to hit 100 doors. I'm going to hit 50 today because I'm assuming that everyone's going to be home in preparation for the 4th of July. So I'm getting into the neighborhood this afternoon, but it's 100 doors knocked this week, 30 conversations for me, 5 reels. I think I'm on number 2 or 3. I've got my content that just needs to be edited. I'm gonna play with that today, do some pretty creative stuff for the 4th of July. I got to book 4 appointments. I've got a buyer's consultation as soon as we get off this call here. So that's starting my week off on the right foot. In terms of new clients added into my CRM, my goal this week is 5. I've got a handful of clients who are already in my pipeline. I've got some who are tagged as hot leads right now that I'm really focused on. So that gets my immediate attention. And then there are those in the pipeline in the 2 to 3 to 6 month time frame that I'm just keeping engaged. How many folks are going to receive my newsletter? And our newsletter just went out last Tuesday, I believe. And I'm still updating my contact list directly from my phone. So I think I'm at about 250 right now. I think I'm in the D's or the E's in my contact list, and I'm going all the way down to Z. So
is this the 5th week it's been going out, or longer than that?
Yeah, this is about the 4th or 5th edition, Coach. Yeah.
Love it. All right, cool.
So
So do you feel, as you enter the week, as you know, it's 9 o'clock almost, do you feel that you're clear on your path ahead for this week?
Oh yeah, I'm ready to go.
Good.
I gotta take some time because I'm going to the Giants game tomorrow for the 4th of July. So
oh, nice.
How to do that. But so I gotta get them doors knocked today because there are absolutely 0 excuses in this group that I'm a part of, for real.
Beautiful. I love it, Vernon. And let me ask you this, man. When you think about everything that's on your plate right now, like how are you prepping? Like, when are you prepping? When is your prep time? Like, how are you making sure that all these things are actually on your calendar, because you're clear as to every single thing that you need to do? When does that time happen? Is it last night? Is it early Monday morning?
It happens early in the morning for me. I'm a super early riser. So this morning, for example, all of my to-dos for the first 3 days of the week are already identified. Flyers are printed, ready to go. Even my content is already in my phone. I just need to spend about an hour today to do some editing with it and upload it to make sure that I hit my reel. So every morning, I really detail what my day is going to consist of. And then Sunday, I detail what that week looks like, and I categorize it on a daily basis every morning.
Beautiful. And Vernon, just to give me some ideas, what's some of the content that you're going to be dropping this week?
Oh man, I had a dope experience yesterday. Taking the ferry from Vallejo to the city and getting on public transportation, getting down to the Fillmore district, hitting the Jazz Festival, bumped into the old Cats Fillmore Slim out there. It was just a good time. And so
nice.
I'm going to create some kind of fun activity reel. And like I said, tomorrow I'm going to the Giants game. So it's kind of what I'm doing on the 4th of July, as opposed to the stale template, flags waving, fireworks, hella bootsy. Nah, we're going to give some engagement in terms of what's really happening on Independence Weekend. You know what I mean?
I love this. You guys, and so many people, I mean, a lot of locals know, but not everyone knows that if you move to Vallejo, you have an opportunity to ride the ferry over to the port of San Francisco. Like, how long of a ride was that?
About an hour. It was beautiful. Had a glass of wine, sat back, sat on the outside, watched the waves running in the it was just beautiful.
And see, here's what's cool about this. Each of you have something cool about your city, maybe that not every single person knows, that you can go out there and create some really cool content. I absolutely love that. We've been talking about that for a while now, and I can't wait to see the video drop. So good stuff, man. Very clear on where you're going this week, and I absolutely love this. Let's go to Christian, we'll go to Aaron, we'll go to Colin, and I will come to you, Nias, lastly. Christian, let's go.
Hi, good morning. So I have a lot on my calendar. I'm gonna be practicing my buyer's consultation, my listing presentation, and expired listing scripts. Shout out
How many hours this week?
sending that. How many hours? Probably like 6 hours. I
Nice.
have to put it on my calendar. I'm kind of doing it day by day, but today I have like 2 hours of practice. So maybe 2 hours a day.
Beautiful.
And I have my leads. I know which leads I'm going to be following up with. I have ideas of what videos I'm going to be creating this week. I liked your idea on what's hot in real estate right now and then what's hot nationally. So I'm going to be doing something like that. And I'm going to be looking into creating a newsletter because I don't have something like that. So I think it's time.
Beautiful. Every single thing that you told me, everything has a timeline, everything has a deadline, and everything has a commitment attached to it, right? It's like, if you're saying you're 2 hours, cool, it's 2 hours. If you're saying you're going to do a newsletter, by when? Tomorrow we lose a day. So it's like, all right, by Thursday, I want to make sure at least I have the template. And then I spend 2 hours on Friday starting to build that out to where it's ready to launch in the coming week. Right. So
Okay.
it's like every single thing has a timeline, a commitment, and a deadline to it. So Christian, just for people on the call today, what are some things that you're going to be you're thinking about for content ideas?
To provoke thought, I want to do a video of waiting to buy real estate, kind of what we talked about, how much they'd be kind of throwing down the drain if they keep renting. And then another educational video on when a home inspection is needed, because I did a home inspection for Eric King last week. So I have a little bit of content for that.
Cool. Love it. Love it.
Right now.
Good stuff. So you guys remember this. I love this. 5 posts a week. So it's 5 videos, 5 stories, and 5 DMs. You guys can definitely, when you think about the 5 stories and 5 DMs a day, that should be a non-negotiable. Every single person on this call should be creating 5 bits of content every single week. And that's not that hard. Think about how much time we have in the week. Let's go, Aaron. Let's go, Colin. Aaron, let's hear from you. Talk to me about what your goals are, what your intentions are, and let's walk through this. I want to hear from you.
So my goal is 4 hours of prospecting for the week. My goal is to talk to 30 new people and 5 posts for the week. I'm still working on getting my cadence right. The stories is really interesting that you bring that up because I've been consciously trying to remember to do stories because I haven't been in a rhythm to do that. So I'm going to try to do that. That's good. I didn't really know it was supposed to be 5 a day. So that's good to know. So I'll try to cover my life, I guess, right, to your point. And I want to do like a green screen for stories or something like that. And then I like your idea of what's hot in real estate, now here, maybe locally and then nationally. I think that's a really good idea. So I'll add that into some of my social calendar. And then I have an open house on Saturday that I'm going to do for some more lead gen. So my goal is to do at least one open house a week this month. So starting, we're in July, beginning of July. So that's for the month. What else am I missing?
Nothing. I mean, that's really, really clear. And over the last couple of weeks, I've seen you posting a lot more. Have you gotten more engagement? Have you gotten more people DMing you? Tell us a little bit about that. It's kind of, this has been like an evolution for you. Share with us.
So it was actually really fun. So I posted about a sushi place we went to last week. And I kind of like, I think I originally shared, I'm from Southern California originally. And so I kind of went along those lines of, okay, well, people moving from California to Arizona, they don't really know. And I like to go out to eat a lot. And so I posted about sushi. Well, this lady DM'd me and she's like, I'm so glad you posted about that. I've been looking for a good sushi place. And I was like, so excited because somebody actually took my recommendation. It was really fun. So I have definitely gotten a lot more engagement. So it's been fun to see that is actually working, even though I know it's kind of the slow burn, but long term, it'll be so great.
Yeah, the idea behind all this is just becoming omnipresent, right? When they think, they remember you, they see you, they're constantly looking at your stories. That's why stories are so important, you guys. I literally get anxiety if I don't have like 10 stories for the day, right? Yesterday I took some time off, rightfully so, but like, that's why people tap in. Like, that's your daily sitcom. Like, what's Jess Bling up to? What's Christian up to? Oh my God, like, it's cool. And then that's why it's so short. It's just a story. It goes away in 24 hours. And now you have a new story to create for the next day. I feel like that's should be a constant for everybody. There's so many things that are going on in our life that should be a constant. So Aaron, really, really good stuff. Colin Elbasani, let's go through your questions, bro. Tell me what's happening this week. What are some absolutes? What are some musts? What are you going to accomplish? What are your goals? All this stuff, man. I want to share.
Okay, so I gotta do at least 3 more reels of house previews because we talked in our semi-annual check-in about how many previews I can do a week. I was like 5. You're like, no way. How many reels do you want to do? I was like, well, I thought I'm making all reels here. So realistically, I can do 5 reels a week. I did 2 already. I got to do 3 more by the end of the week. And I'm kind of putting myself, as you know, through social media boot camp. So there's an epic 4th of July thing that's not static. It's not a static post that I'm about to crank out. I hope it'll be impressive. Health-wise, I need to walk to the top of the Berkeley Hills at least once a day. And then also, I was thinking about it. There's a lot of things that I host. Okay, I do the Formula One thing. This 4th of July, I'm hosting something that I'm hoping is going to draw in a lot of elite people in Berkeley, actually. But I never hand anything out. I never do static posts of just, here's a snapshot of what's going on with rates. Here's a snapshot of what's going on with the inventory. I never do that. So I was thinking, what if I was kind of like king of the handouts? So I need to look into where I can find little tidbits of trivia and static posts and handouts, and I want to focus on sourcing that and using that. So
I love this. And here's what you need to be the master at. Anytime that you're doing an event, whether it is a dancing event, you're hosting a Formula One event, whatever it is, the idea is from this event, how many leads can I actually capture, right? What's going to give them a reason to give me their email, their phone number, and a way for me to follow up with them? Is it a raffle? Is it a giveaway? Is it a donation? Is it a cause? Is it a purpose? Is it something that says, you know what? Ooh, I'd love to hear about that. We're giving away a 3-day, 2-night stay at the Great Wolf Lodge. Wonderful. Has to be used before September, but go ahead and leave your information. And we're going to do a live random generator of the winner on X date on Instagram. So make sure before you leave, hold on, bring out your phone. Perfect. Follow me on social media. Wonderful. Be on the lookout for the announcements of when I'm doing the randomizer and at what time. Well, shit, now people are invested in that because they want to win a 3-day, 2-night stay at the Great Wolf Lodge, knowing that you're a realtor, knowing that you probably have an end goal in mind to serve them and help them buy and sell their home. That's the end goal, but it's the way that it's done. We want to make sure to capture as many names that we can, because what we want to do is bring them into our world. Bring them into our world means I put them into my newsletter. I put them in my CRM, and now they have me on social media, and they get to see all the stuff that I'm creating about real estate and about the market and about my area and about the new restaurants and the new coffee houses and new sushi places. Now they're in our world. So find a way, because now you can say, thank you for registering for my giveaway, my raffle, my cause, my crusade. Hey, just want to call. Unfortunately, you weren't one of the winners. However, we are going to be hosting another one in 2 months. So be on the lookout. I'm going to add you to my newsletter if that's okay. Wonderful. By the way, it is just a way to bring them into your world to where you can constantly market to them, because you now have the permission, right? And you're known as the dude that hosts the Formula One stuff that happens to also be an amazing realtor in the area. It gives it a different connotation versus us just saying, do you want to buy or sell real estate with us? Bring them into your world, Colin. If you're already hosting these things, bro, find a way for them to tag you, follow you, give you their newsletter, register for an upcoming raffle, sweepstake, prize, whatever it is that you're going to do, and then keep marketing to those people. Because I promise you this, if you guys want to never make a cold call in your life to somebody that's going to hang up on you and say, fuck off, then get your database to 1,000 people. Get your database to 1,000 people with people you have actually had a conversation with. And that's how you'll never have to prospect or cold call again. That's how you do it. 1,000 people should be the goal within 24 months for every single person on this call. Because I love online leads, but I love 100% payout on those leads way better than paying out a 35% referral fee. I like, I like expireds, but man, that is a grind. It's a grind. So Colin, that's my food for thought for you on that. If you already are hosting these events, then you need to bring them closer to your ecosystem that you've created that has an amazing story of your life, your knowledge, your expertise, and all the things that you represent as a person and as a realtor.
And the other half of it, I appreciate it. The other half of it is I really need to load up Real Scout and Follow Up Boss, and I've been meaning to do it. But I think like after I do my reels Friday, I should just sit down. I should just chain myself to my desk and just.
Okay. So 2 words here. You said, I think, and I should. No, I must. This is an absolute. I will do this, and this is my time block for that time. Because you put everyone into Follow Up Boss, you tag them Real Scout, okay? Now they're instantly going to go to your Real Scout. Now what you do is you go into Real Scout and set up their criteria, and you send out that launch email that says, send these listings to Colin Albassani. Absolutely. Now you can see all the behavior of all of your consumers. And now what do? You respond accordingly. Hi, Tom. I noticed that you just looked at 123 Main Street. 125 just came on the market. I'm setting up my tours for the day after 4th of July. What house will you want to see first? That's it. Respond based off of consumer behavior. So put everyone in there. Make that a non-negotiable, not think, not should. I must do this in order to move my business forward.
Friday, all day, 8 a.m. to midnight.
No, put in some realistic time in your calendar, but let's continue cruising on. I see some heads nodding on the call, so we'll continue cruising on. Nice Cooks, I'm going to ask you rapid fire, big dog. Share with me what you have to share. And good stuff, Colin.
Good morning, team. Fast. All right, so besides doing all the intense accountability, training and everything that we have to do as far as 100 doors knocked, 5 videos, educational videos, 25 conversations, and so on and so on. What I'm going to be doing is, my week, I don't know how everybody else's week started, but my week started last week, Friday. So, because I knew that this was going to be a 4th of July weekend, it was going to be kind of shortened. And I'm already, my week actually stops on Thursday. So, Thursday night. So I don't have Friday like everybody else to be able to get out there for the Friday and Saturday for the intense training. So that's what I'm doing. So I've already started doing my campaigns for, like I said, I already started door knocking. I have an apartment complex that I can door knock. I did that. I'm starting to put together my high note for my equity report, because I'm going to go out and door knock at least 25 residential communities to be able to try to attract sellers, to be able to find out what they want to be able to do with the equity in their house. I have 2 role playing sessions with Rico on Monday and Wednesday. So we have one later on today and one on Wednesday. And then I also attend the role playing session with Elias on Thursdays. What else am I going to do? As far as videos,
no, keep cruising, man. It's good stuff.
Yeah, as far as the educational videos, what I'm doing is I'm putting some themes behind them. So I have a market update. I have a door knocking when I'm at door knocking adventures. I have a did you know and breaking news type of thing, just to be able to get my content out there and be able to kind of keep it on a consistent basis, try to brand my videos as well. And so what else was it? My newsletter, I'm working on the newsletter. I'm still trying to get that whole little thing, organized. And I think that's about it.
Claire, man, it sounds like you understand where you're going this week. And really, this is what I want from everyone. I want you guys to have a sense of clarity of what you guys are actually going to accomplish. You are a multi-million-dollar business owner. That's what you are. You sell a couple homes in the Bay Area, and you're running a multi-million-dollar business. Like, everything is set. You know your accounts receivable, you know your accounts payable, you know your deliverables, which I love Vernon says that. You know your deliverables for the week and exactly what's going to move your business forward. So what I want you guys all to do is I want you to go in Slack. Let's start a new channel here, a new thread. I want everyone to post what their goals are for the week in general. And I'll start it out here. I just started it. So goals for the, all right, and it's 7-3. So you guys, we're going to have a slower week this week because everyone is going to take, well, not everyone, but quite a few people are going to take tomorrow off. So I put it here. Boom. So right here, it's there, goals for the week. Just respond in this little guy here, reply in thread, and go ahead and put all of your goals down below and what you're going to accomplish for this week.
Hey, coach, that's in
Yo.
the general chat. Is that, you want to put it in
General.
general? Oh,
General. Yep. Always in general, just for the goals for the week. So you guys, remember what I said when we're thinking about this and what we're going to accomplish. Everything needs to be systematic, right? This is not a game by chance. This is not a game of being haphazard. This is not a game by like, oh, I'll figure it out as I go. You should at least have all of your foundation. You should have all of the framework, and then you're just building throughout the week. This is not build as you guys go. You want to run a business, then run a business. This is your opportunity to say, you know what, I'm going to own this week and I'm going to accomplish all the things that have been absolutes. And maybe there's some things that I've been putting off. Maybe there's some things that I've been thinking about for too long. I made a post earlier. Maybe I'm telling myself, well, I'm not that good at tech. I'm not that good at social media. I'm just not that organized. Keep telling yourself that story, and I promise you, you're going to buy that story. You're going to buy that story as long as you keep on telling yourself that. But if you say, you know what, I need to improve on social media. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to practice. I'm going to watch videos for inspiration. And then I'm going to grab my phone and I'm just going to start articulating things until something cool comes out. I promise you guys, things will get better. But if you continue the cycle of, oh, I'm not good at that. Oh, it's my age. I'm 43 years old. I'm going to be 44 in a couple months. And there was a time where I was not tech savvy, but I chose to be tech savvy because of this business. I chose to step up in a different direction because I knew how I was going to impact. When I met Kenny, I didn't even have an Instagram. All right, that's me being real as penitentiary steel with everybody on this call. I didn't even have an Instagram. And then everyone always talked about Kenny's Instagram. I'm like, all right, let me get an Instagram. I remember I had 17 followers. I'm like, shit's happening for me. So I learned this game over the last few years, you guys. So I want you to challenge yourself this week, push yourself, lose a day tomorrow, you step up and do twice as much work on Wednesday because we're losing a day tomorrow. So we have some guests online today and I want to go around the room, just kind of get involved with them. Ashley, I don't know how we know each other, but I've seen you engaged this whole time. So I want to call on you. First off, how'd you learn about Keep It Moving?
Hi, I work for the money store. I'm a lender, and I've been going to all of the networking events you guys have. I have some friends that are real estate agents, and they go, and I go, and I just love the energy and the state. It reminds me of Tony Robbins being in state. So it's a whole vibe. This is my first call. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of it. I think after this call, I know I'm going to be on all of them because I just really enjoy the energy. It's great reminders. It's different goals that we have as lenders than you guys have. Maybe I'm not door knocking. I will, in case anybody's in Brentwood, I will door knock. But my goals, I need to be intentional about too. And I need to be planning on Sunday night for my week. So I love those reminders. I was a branch manager for 10 years of a major bank. I've been a sales coach for 12 years. As part of being a branch manager, I coached other branch managers and bankers as part of my job. So this is right up my alley. Hi, Christian. And yeah, if anybody has any lender questions, I am here for it. But mostly I'm just here to sit and listen and just absorb all this positive energy. I love it.
Well, I appreciate you being here. And this all started for me too. When I got exposed to Tony Robbins, I was deep in my addiction. I was a, alcoholic, and I got turned on to Tony Robbins. And I remember going through the whole Unleash the Power Within. And at that time it was CDs. And I literally would listen to the CDs. And then there was a journal that you had to write in every single night. And I'm like, mental conditioning, what is this dude talking about? And he's loud and all this. I didn't know what any of that was. And it's just now a part of who I am and a part of how I coach and train and develop humans. So appreciate you being here, Ashley. So let's continue flowing. Let's go to Jess Bling. Jess Bling, I'm always interested in your feedback, your contributions, any thoughts, takeaways, or if you want to share what your week is going to be like this week, because I know you're probably focused and clear on what's going on this week for you. So let's hear from you, Jess Bling, key takeaways. And if you could tell us what your clear intention and focus is for this week, we'd love to hear your contributions. Then we'll go Rico, and then we'll start to close out this room. And was your hair curly, right? Is that natural curly? Was down right now?
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
kind of. It's
Okay.
some salt water.
Okay. All right. I've never
water
seen
will
it that
do it.
curly. Looks good.
Yeah,
Looks
I
good.
went swimming yesterday and I came home and showered, but we're not supposed to wash our hair at night because it affects the texture. So
Okay.
this is like salt water in my hair.
Okay. Cool.
But it's naturally wavy. Anyway, but thank you. Yeah, so I was just listening and I didn't want to be redundant with what everyone else was saying. One thing that I'm taking really seriously, and I swear to man, I tell you, every time my mind thinks something, I'll come on here and like we'll talk about it. It's so crazy. I have wanted to become more in tune with my database. I have my own follow-up boss that I had before I joined the team, and I've been working out some kinks with getting the right assistant and was able to finally hire the right person. So I have a VA here in the States, and my goal every week is 45 people to send follow-ups through text, through video, through whatever, to chip away at my database, because the behaviors that I learned when I got into real estate a few years ago is everyone in your database needs to be on like a 32 or 36 touch on a year. And on a quarterly basis, you should be connecting with those people. What is it, every quarter, 4 times a year? And so we've been able to figure out that number. And so 45 is my goal just for my database. So she's gone into Follow-Up Boss and she's created tasks for me. So now every time I open up my calendar, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, my 15 people are already allocated. I know exactly who I'm sending videos to. And in addition to that, I also have on my calendar Monday through Friday connecting people on with Facebook, commenting, and also sending personalized video messages for birthdays and milestones. I've shifted my mindset from the cold calling because it's totally like I've tried it and I've done it and it's just not my thing. So one of the most valuable things that I got from our call today is exactly what you said about following up with people and making sure that you're in front of them. And sorry, one last thing that I've done too is intentionally pulled reports in my database. I don't care how other people do their business. I do not want a single soul that is in my database that does not have a phone number and an email. I need to be able to contact these people through email and through text and through phone calls. So I've intentionally removed about 350 people from there. So we're going through my database because I too, like you, would rather call people there and invest my energy there, and then in social media, and then through different events that I have for the year. That's how I'm going to get my business. And that's what I'm allocating time for.
I mean, very, very clear. That's why I love calling on you on these calls. I wrote the here 32. I saw this a couple weeks ago, and it's a 32,
higher, huh?
32
Okay.
touch points. Yeah, 32 touch point. So it's literally call your consumer 3 times a year, email them 12 times, and mail to them 17 times. Now that could be local updates, market updates, what's happening in the area, local events, where are the fireworks, but like they constantly 32 times for one person every single year. How do you do that? Well, you put them in your follow-up boss, and then you just set up that cadence. You just set up that, it is that simple. You can go in there and be like, okay, I'm going to do a call. Next month, I'm going to call Christmas. I'm going to call here, but I'm going to mail this amount of time. I'm going to email this amount of times. That shit is easy. And then it creates the sense of, wow, this person is always, always following up with us. So when they think about selling or buying real estate, then you're the first person on their mind. 32 touch points for one person every single year. Love that,
And
Jess.
it's not a lot. It's not a lot, guys. Like, I'm one of those people where systems and processes stress me out. And thankfully, even though, because I don't want y'all to be like, oh, she got an assistant, so now she's not doing, I'm different. I have to do it myself. Like, bruh, I did it myself for many years. And after you do it and you have a proven record of what you're great at and what you're not great at, then that's when you bring on someone else. And at this point, because process and procedures are my downfall, I needed to bring on someone that could be polar opposite of my personality, that could help me navigate through this stuff. But the reason I bring that up is because there's a lot of people that are probably on this call that are not super extroverted and probably aren't great at video, but use your processes and procedures to strengthen your business. And you can also probably grow and double the amount of time, or double your business in less of the amount of time, because you're good at a lot of the stuff on the back end. So getting your newsletters and templates and all of that shit set up and going out, like, use that to your advantage.
Right. That's right. And you guys here, I'm going to share some stats with you, and I'm really glad that Jess brought this up. National Association of Realtors states that 85% of consumers say they are likely to work with their agent again. Yet only 12% of the people actually use their original agent. So 32 touch point is the way that you stay in better communication, minimum of 3 times with the phone calls, birthdays, home anniversaries, call them after Halloween and before the first week of January. Monthly, how's the market video? How many homes sold in the area? How it's changed year over year? What happened with prices? What's it all mean to you as a consumer? So many things for you to be able to follow up with. But what we do is we say, oh, that was a past client. No, this is an active client. They're your client. It's not a past client. That is your client. It's not a closed client. That's somebody that should actively be receiving communication, because what we did to get that consumer is we followed up, we put them on a drip, we did all these things, we put them in Real Scout, we put them in Follow Up Boss, and we had this schedule of when to call them, hey, go see homes, and then we close them, and we don't have a similar cadence like that. You should have a similar cadence to make sure you're following up until the end of time. So Jess, I'm so glad that I actually was going to talk about that last week, but then we had Christina and Art on. So one more hand. Was that same new hand, Jess? Or
yeah, just while you were on the subject of anniversaries, I think I had mentioned to you guys last time I use this system called AM cards. I'm going to try to drop the link before we wrap up our call so that I can get a referral. But if you guys use it, to Elias's point, I have gone into, and every single client that has closed with me for birthdays, they get a card and 2 brownies. And just since getting that back up and running, I've gotten multiple notifications from clients, and it puts you at the top of their mind. But in addition to that, the home anniversary cards, every year I send one out to every single client that was a buyer. Most times with sellers, I don't know where they go, or they're moving out of state. But anyway, just wanted to let you guys know that there are services out there that you literally just plug in their name. You can do one automated message if you want to, and then you just go in there and change the person's name as you need to get these cards out. And they're literally like $2 a card. And that includes postage, that includes the printing. You can add any pretty ass personalized pictures that you want to, but these are the systems that I'm talking about that help your business. So I'll see if I can find that link, but that's it. Thanks.
Past clients or your current clients for life. And you sent out that communication 32, that's 960 times that you have sent communication out. I promise you referrals will come from that. I promise you referrals will come from that if done properly. Let's go to Rico. Rico, really quick, key takeaways from our time together today as we start to close out the room. Big Dog, let's hear from you. Thank you for being here in your car. I know you probably just dropped the kids off or something. So Rico, let's hear from you. Key takeaways from our time together.
For sure. What's up, squad? So yeah, I mean, my main goals for the week are getting back in the gym. So me and my wife have been hitting the gym Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'm already noticing like a difference in my energy, in my mood, being able to just have that natural sense of resilience, just building a little bit of a thicker skin throughout the day and throughout the week. Me and Mitch actually just knocked 100 doors on Friday, you know, on that good old 105. So I'm going to be knocking 200 doors this week. And yeah, Mitch will be coming out with me. So that's been great. I'm going to be meeting with my title rep to just see some of the tools that she's offering and do actually some, like Nias was talking about, do some more strategic door knocking with some homeowners that I know have equity in their home and help them leverage that. And I would probably say the biggest thing I need to get back on is just having an intention with social media and getting tapped in with that. So those are my main pillars that I'm going to focus on this week. And yeah.
Rico, I'll tell you this again and again, bro. You're a performer. Go out there and perform. Your videos are a performance, man. You have
Yeah.
something to say to the world. You articulate well. You're a very smart dude. Like, go out there and share your purpose with the world. In regards to Mitch, I'm going to send an email out in just a little bit, but I wanted to give you a congratulations. So you are going to be at the next Hustlers Lunch for your performance of open houses in the month of May. So congratulations to you. I'll be sending an email out shortly announcing all the winners, but while he mentioned your name, I figured I would give you a huge congratulations. Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you for your hard work. Yeah, I'll send that out with the details. So you guys, it's 9:29.
Elias, I have a quick question real quick. For all the people who ever survived intensity training, do we get a Hustler's Lunch?
No, not part of that, but maybe we can. Maybe we'll just go out to a lunch.
We gotta celebrate. We
do have to celebrate. Maybe that's a happy hour for all of us that actually finished that. So let's come back to that, but I'm open to that for sure. Absolutely. So you guys, it is 9:30, you guys. Tomorrow's 4th of July. Don't drink too much. Stay hydrated. Be safe out there. Eat some good barbecue, some good food. Spend some time with the family. See some fireworks. I'm probably going to spend most of my day in the air conditioning, hanging out with the kids, and then going out to the lake and watching some fireworks in the evening time. Not a big 4th of July guy. Don't have fun out there in the heat, especially the heat that is out here in the Central Valley. But anyways, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful 4th of July. Make this a week that counts despite the holiday. And as always, keep it moving towards your dreams, your goals, and vision. Have an amazing, amazing week. Peace.
Peace.